There was absolute chaos yesterday between Democratic Alliance Member of Parliament Ian Cameron and suspended Ekurhuleni Metro Police Deputy Chief Julius Mkhwanazi during testimony before Parliament's ad hoc committee investigating corruption in the criminal justice system. Now, before we even get into the meat of this confrontation, I need to address the elephant in the room that always seems to stampede into these discussions in South Africa. There is always this mentality, this immediate reflex, where if someone of a different race raises critical questions, even if the person being questioned is accused of murder, corruption, or literally covering up a body-dumping operation, there's this rush to pull out the race card. Mkhwanazi had this mentality brewing throughout the session. You could feel it, this underlying sense that maybe Cameron is white and therefore must be coming from a place of racial prejudice. I want us to set our races aside completely. I want us to assess this confrontation with clinical precision and determine, based purely on facts, evidence, and logical consistency, who was telling the truth and who was weaving a web of deception. We need critical thinkers here, people who can look beyond skin color and see straight to the substance of what was said and what was proven. So please subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we're about to go deep into the forensics of this parliamentary showdown. Then Cameron moves to substantive matters, and this is where the lies start unraveling like a cheap sweater. Please watch video.
Mr. Mkhwanazi, I want to start first things first, just in terms of administration, or let's call it an administrative task. You spoke earlier about the chopper that you knew nothing about. What would you say if I said to you I did my homework and that chopper was approved by council? It was only rented for 1 day. It was rented to appear for 1 day for 20 children as part of the 20th birthday celebration of Ekurhuleni Metro Police. And it was part of an initiative with Reach for a Dream to make children honorary Metro Police members for a day in those birthday celebrations.
I won't agree with you. When you hire, you don't brand. Why do you brand with policing emblem? Because the person...
No. Hire and rent is the same thing.
Okay, yes. You can't rent and brand.
Of course you can. You put a sticker on.
No,
it's
no,
for the day, it's for the show.
But you can't put police
Why not?
sticker.
Why?
You see.
Why?
Because that chopper doesn't belong to police.
So when Cat Matlala gave you vehicles,
they were not branded.
You wanted to use them for official duties. You used them for official duties.
It was going to be donated and we were going to receive them.
No, official. You're playing around.
No, I'm being honest.
No, well, you're lying. The point is you're lying.
I went to the fleet. The fleet is the only...
Mr. Mkhwanazi, don't fact-check me. You're lying. You are lying. I've got the letter in front of me. I've got the letter from Reach for a Dream. I've got the council approval.
Who branded it?
Eh?
Let's break down what just happened, because this is masterclass interrogation. Cameron comes loaded with documentation, council approval letters, correspondence from Reach for a Dream, all verifiable facts proving the helicopter was legitimate, approved for sick children, a one-day event. Mkhwanazi can't dispute these documented facts. So watch his deflection strategy. He pivots to, when you hire, you don't brand, creating a completely new argument about branding policies. This is classic deflection. When you can't challenge the facts presented, you create a different argument to fight about. But Cameron is too smart for this amateur move. He immediately exposes the hypocrisy with surgical precision. So when Cat Matlala gave you vehicles, they were not branded. You wanted to use them for official duties. This is absolutely devastating because Cameron is showing the logical inconsistency. You're saying you can't brand a rented helicopter for 1 day for dying children, but you had zero problem using vehicles from an alleged gangster for official police work. Mkhwanazi's response is pure panic mode. No, you're playing around here, you're lying. Notice he provides zero counter-evidence, no documentation, no proof, just accusations. This is what people do when caught in contradictions with no factual defense. They attack the questioner's credibility because they cannot defend their own position. Cameron calmly states, I've got the letter in front of me. I've got the letter from Reach for a Dream. I've got the council approval. Game over on that exchange. First round knockout. The chairperson has to intervene because Mkhwanazi is losing his composure so badly, He's violating basic parliamentary procedure. Please watch video.
Wait. Commissioner, let's do it like this. May you please look at Honorable Cameron. Commissioner Mkhwanazi. Honorable Cameron is a member of this committee that invited you here. So what will happen is that you will allow him to speak and then you respond. Thank you.
Humble apologies.
Chair, Mr. Mkhwanazi, why do you think you are before this ad hoc committee? In one sentence. Why do you think you've been asked to appear here?
For the allegations that I branded and I put blue lights in the vehicle. General Mkhwanazi, when he was presenting and when he was making his statement, he said that I use state resources, state monies to brand and put blue lights. I use my authority to do that.
Think about this. The chairperson has to literally instruct a senior law enforcement official on kindergarten-level decorum, allow him to speak, and then you respond. This is elementary parliamentary procedure, yet Mkhwanazi needed remedial training in it. What does this tell us? It tells us Mkhwanazi is so flustered, so unprepared for Cameron's precision, that he's completely lost his composure. He's interrupting, being combative, not following basic rules. When Cameron asks why he's been called, Mkhwanazi frames his answer strategically for the allegations, positioning himself as a victim of false accusations rather than someone who needs to account for his actions. He knows exactly what he's accused of using state resources and abusing authority. When Cameron asks if he's ever abused authority, Mkhwanazi says no. Keep that answer in your memory banks, because it's about to get shredded. Now Cameron moves to an illegal appointment, and this is where we see abuse of authority in real time. Please watch video.
So I want to refer back to one last administrative matter before we move on to the bigger issues that we have touched on slightly earlier today. I want to ask you about a lady called, I just want to zoom in so that I don't mess up the name. She was a candidate. Her name is Miss SF V. Jokazi. Do you know her?
Yes, 100%. He's working for it. She's working for the department.
And you appointed her as a?
I didn't appoint her. She went for interviews. The panel that was chaired by the Chief of Police, Isaac Mapiyeye, she passed the interviews. She was caught by me. She was caught by the chairperson. In fact, let me explain the process.
I've got the process. You don't need to explain to me. I understand the process.
Yes.
Something that's very helpful to us on this committee is that a large amount of members on this committee sit on the police portfolio committee. And I noticed from the report where you signed off recommending her appointment that you actually missed that she didn't have one of the most critical qualifications, namely a law enforcement certificate. You appointed her as a brigadier.
All the candidates that were there.
I don't want to hear about other candidates. Did she have all the qualifications or not? Yes or no?
You are talking about but
Did she have all the qualifications or not? Yes or no?
There's a dispute that is taking place that I'm attending this week.
Why is the dispute there?
It's about that. Can I
Exactly
limit
my
myself for
point.
that? Yes.
So the
But
point is you
we're having
appointed her without that. I went and checked the prerequisite. She doesn't have the law enforcement certificate. She came from licensing. She's a traffic member. She does not qualify as a Metro Police member. And I want to put it to you before I go into the other details, that this is why so many of the good police members feel demoralized, because people like you come into high positions and you appoint people without merit and you abuse your position. Her appointment was declined before you came in as the acting
by who?
commissioner.
By who?
There were 3 people that declined.
Declined by who?
You don't have to ask me. I don't
No,
need to
it's
explain
not
that
true.
to you. But the point is, I've got the report
You are
here.
getting
Here's the
these things
report that
from
you
the
wrote.
aggrieved
No,
individual.
Commissioner.
They're giving that
Here is the
information.
report that you wrote. Report on the qualifications of the recommended candidate for the Director of Fines Administration position of the EMPD. I'll send this to you.
This exchange is surgical precision interrogation. Cameron is not asking open-ended questions that allow rambling. He's demanding binary yes or no answers. Did he have all the qualifications or not? Simple question requiring a simple answer. If this woman genuinely had all qualifications and Mkhwanazi acted properly, he would just say yes and move on. But he can't say yes because he didn't have the qualifications. He also can't say no because that's admitting he appointed someone unqualified, which directly contradicts his claim he never abused authority. So, what does Mkhwanazi do? He tries to muddy the waters with talk about disputes and processes and other candidates. Cameron, who clearly did his homework with forensic detail, doesn't let him escape into the weeds. He brings it right back. Yes or no, did he have the qualifications? When Mkhwanazi mentions there's a dispute, Cameron immediately asks, why is there a dispute? And Mkhwanazi admits it's about that, essentially confessing the dispute exists because he lacked qualifications. Cameron then provides granular detail. He doesn't have a law enforcement certificate. He came from licensing. He is a traffic member. He does not qualify as a Metro Police member. This shows Cameron did deep background research. He's not making vague accusations. He's presenting specific, checkable facts. The line, "I'll send this to you, then it can make for easy evening reading," is Cameron saying, I have documentary proof of everything I'm claiming, and you're going to have to answer for it. This is abuse of authority caught red-handed. Now we move to the murder scene, and this gets dark very quickly because we're dealing with police procedure at a location where a man died. Please watch video.
I'm going to move on to the murder scene. You spoke about Jaco Hanekom earlier, correct?
You are correct.
What do you think a OB
but can I
stands
ask you-
for? When you
can-
speak of an OB number, what's an OB number?
You are not allowing me.
What's an OB number?
But my problem is you are not allowing me to respond. You are telling me.
No, you want to tell me stories. I asked for yes or no answers. You keep on talking about other things. You're going to waste my time, and unfortunately, you've done with it some of the other members, and I'm not going to
But
allow
in all
that.
those things, the process
What
is
does an OB number stand for?
occurrence book.
Thank you. When Jaco Hanekom phoned you, why did you not initiate any kind of an occurrence book process?
No, usually when I respond, I don't do occurrence book. Occurrence book is for members that belongs to the precinct that are deployed by commanders. When they report on
Who
duty.
says that?
No, so I respect you. I think you're going to talk alone because I must respond.
Do you need a
Commissioner?
break?
Okay. Commissioner, I'm going to say this peacefully and calmly, but I want to know who told you that only members from a precinct.
Let's do like this,
You OBs.
Honorable Cameron. If you ask him a question, allow him to respond to the question.
Okay, Chair, but then he must actually respond.
I don't have an answer on that.
Thank you. That's enough for me. So that leads me to the next question. Would you agree that an OB number is the official starting point of any reaction or investigation? When you report on duty, when something happens,
I'm telling you of the processes. You said you don't agree with it.
I didn't
I
say I
can't
didn't
answer you
agree.
any- I
I
can't
said,
answer
what do
you.
you base it on? That's my
I
question.
can't answer you any.
I asked, what do you base it on?
Occurrence book. But what has happened in that place? in
No.
that place?
No, see,
It's an occurrence book. You report what has occurred or what is occurring. It's a simple English.
you see what my point is. Now he's talking about something totally different. Stop running to the sides. I want to know, what did you base your answer on?
This is absolutely critical because it goes to fundamental police procedure and whether Mkhwanazi understands or deliberately avoided basic law enforcement protocols. An occurrence book is the official record-keeping system in South African policing where officers document incidents, responses, actions. It's literally the starting point for any official police activity or investigation. When Cameron asks what an OB number stands for, he's testing whether Mkhwanazi even knows basic terminology. Mkhwanazi correctly answers occurrence book, proving he knows what it is. But then when asked why he didn't initiate an occurrence book process when responding to a murder scene, Mkhwanazi makes a completely bizarre claim. Occurrence book is for members that belongs to the precinct that they're deployed by commanders when they report on duty. This is absolute nonsense. An occurrence book documents any official police activity regardless of which precinct you're from or what your rank is. Cameron immediately challenges this fabrication, who says that, demanding the source of this obviously incorrect understanding. Mkhwanazi cannot provide an answer because there is no answer. He invented this explanation out of thin air. When pressed, he finally admits, "I don't have an answer on that." Think about what this means. A deputy chief of Metro Police admitting he doesn't know basic documentation procedures, or more likely deliberately avoided creating an official record of his presence at a murder scene because he knew what he was about to do needed to be kept off the books. Cameron's line stop running to the sides is him publicly calling out Mkhwanazi's evasion tactics, not letting him change subjects or introduce red herrings, keeping laser focus on one simple question. What is your basis for claiming occurrence books are only for precinct members? The answer is, there is no basis because it's a lie designed to explain away why proper procedure wasn't followed at a crime scene. Now we get to the relationship with Cat Matlala, and this is where Mkhwanazi's credibility explodes like a grenade. Please watch video.
When you said that an occurrence book is only for members of a precinct, what do you base that on?
I'm telling you what is happening. I don't report to the precinct. At any time when I get a call and go and visit members, members by that time should have reported and make an occurrence book for that operation.
Boom.
When they report in the morning, they sign. When they come back, they report on that.
Thank you. Well, you've basically answered my next question. So why did Mr. Hanekom call you, not one of your members, that should have already initiated the OB process?
Mr. Hanekom, it was a person that worked and he was our source.
Doesn't answer my question. Why did one of your members that originally already initiated the OB process call you? That is how a system of command works.
There are no members that initiate the process there. I've said it clearly, it was initiated by security members.
Who was on the team?
It was Hanekom.
Were there any Metro
No,
members
I
on the
didn't
scene?
see any metros. I was indicated. I spoke to Hanekom in my statement in my affidavit.
I read it. I read it.
Yes.
I read it.
I've said again, this matter is under investigation. I don't want to disclose some of the things.
You can choose not to answer if you feel that it interferes. I'm not going to push you. I understand that.
Yes.
Why would Mr. Hanekom, an ordinary civilian, feel the need to call you?
I don't know. So I think he was going to answer.
Let's summarize it then. So this is what it looks like. You receive a private call from a civilian about a murder where police were already present. From what we could find out, what I could find out, police were on the scene. You created no official record before acting, so you didn't call in anything, register anything, a report to anyone, even a potential subordinate, and then you interacted further with a civilian, correct?
Have you read the statement
Yes.
of witness?
Yeah.
Does he say it's a murder case where he said, I was called for the success for the goods? Don't mix the statement. The statement is
No, it's not mixed. Don't worry. I read it.
Okay.
I'm asking you the question. You can say if I'm wrong.
No, you're wrong.
100%. You may believe that. The point is that the process, the command process here looks off. I want to touch on Cat Matlala. You stated under oath, I'm saying under oath, but should have been, during an ENCA interview in September that you didn't know him.
ENCA in September.
Yeah.
I responded to that when I said I was speaking about the document.
You said you didn't know him.
No one asked me that I know I don't know Cat Matlala. I've said many times in the council, they know that I know.
Let's give them the clip.
But you are not listening to me.
No, but you're playing around again.
No.
I've got the
No,
video.
show us the clip.
Okay.
Show us the clip.
I'll continue with questioning. Please give them the clip, and then we'll show them where you say, I don't know Mr.
No,
Cat
show the clip.
Matlala,
I'll prove you wrong.
your brother.
Yes.
Yet in your testimony at Madlanga, you then suddenly say, but now that you're saying that you never said you didn't know him, I guess the question is irrelevant. Regarding Mr. Matlala and his services, I want to touch on you seemingly not having done any form of due diligence. When you're in a position of your kind, that senior in a Metro Police department, do you think you should be concerned about the people that you associate with?
I think you are correct.
Okay.
Now let me say, I don't, let me say, You are correct. Let me not put, I think, you are correct.
So you would have noted probably, I guess we all noted it, we got a bit of a surprise that Mr. Matlala likes to hand over money in Woolies bags. Remember that? I'm not sure if I can say the shop's name, but there was whole controversy about the bags, correct? Something must have set off alarm bells. You called yourself a police member earlier. You said you're a cop, something along that line to the previous person that questioned you. You should be seeing something is off. Now, in front of me, I've got a list of all the cases against Mr. Matlala. Attempted murder, possession of an unlicensed firearm, carjacking, house robbery, burglary at residential premises, possession of housebreaking equipment, common assault, cash in transit heist, burglary at residential premises, possession of suspected stolen property, and more. You knew of nothing?
No, nothing. Remember that time he was not in public. You see, there was no publicity about him.
See, this is so comfortable. It's such a comfortable answer. Let me give you my point of view. If I had to have associated with him, some of my own political colleagues in Parliament would use the opportunity to say, hey, why are you having breakfast with that guy? Why are you friends? Why do you associate? You are the chair of the police committee. Why didn't you do your homework? As a senior police member, I put it to you that you need to make sure of who you associate with. We'll come to the video now.
You are correct.
In terms of the blue lights, I have it on good authority, and we can share that too. I'll send it to you afterwards. I've got photos and video footage of Mr. Matlala's wives, previous wife and the current one, traveling in a vehicle with the blue lights that you denied having fitted.
I saw that artificial video in Instagram. It doesn't show. No, but
Okay, no? Right.
May I not answer that?
Why not?
You can laugh. You are not taking me serious, and I'm taking you
Well,
serious.
you smiled, so I laughed with
No,
you.
I didn't smile.
You smiled.
No, may I not answer that?
It's very convenient, Commissioner.
You are not showing me respect, and I'm showing you respect.
No, Commissioner, you know what? You've been dancing around for the day. So I'm quickly going to say this. I'm not here to fool around. We are spending night after night listening to people implicated in some of the most serious corruption in this country. You were almost bed friends with Mr. Matlala. And all of us are sitting here because of the people that you associate with. You do not have the luxury to tell us what we can and can't ask here tonight.
But you must
We
allow
do
me
it
to
within
respond.
parliamentary rules, and I have allowed you to respond. Keep it
don't.
brief. Can we play the clip, please, Chair? Is it working?
But I think a poignant and pivotal moment in his testimony was when we saw Mr. Mkhwanazi, Commissioner Mkhwanazi rather, conceding that he did in fact take money from Vusumuzi Cat Matlala, saying a petrol money there, a little bit of money here. Let's play you that clip.
Sometimes you give me money for petrol, or sometimes you borrow money from me, saying I'm lang mali petrol, can you give me 500 rand, 300 rand. It's those monies. But we use, as I've said to you, we're beginning to be that close now, talking every day and meeting and discussing. Even after these failed things, he was never negative to me. You see, he was very positive, and you see, the only thing that stopped the communications, this news that, hey, now there was this shock and fear. Decided to take a special leave so that I can give the council and other processes and procedures of people that are doing investigations or whatever with these allegations that are around My name is all over the place. You see, there are these allegations that the city has fitted blue lights, the city has registered the vehicles, of which it's not true. It's allegations that are not unfounded. It's allegations that are not properly investigated.
Okay. You're saying you have taken leave of absence or special leave. When did you file your leave?
It was filed on the 23rd. It was filed on Tuesday. I'm waiting for it to be approved. If it's approved now, from today I'm on leave.
What's your What's your relationship with Vusi Musi Cat Matlala?
I don't have a relationship with Vusi Musi Matlala.
3 signs you are carrying energy from past life.
I'm allowing you to answer.
I didn't deny anything.
You just said you didn't have a relationship with him.
Relations. I didn't. You said to me. Oh, sorry. You said to me. You said you don't know Vusi Matlala. I said it's incorrect. You see, and it was immediately when I've said to you, they are no longer relationships. We're no longer communicating. I didn't say I don't know. You said I said I don't know. I said I repeat it. Said I don't have relationship with Vusi Matlala. You see, as I've said many times in this house, you are twisting what I've said. It is me who said that.
No, you're playing
And
games here.
I'm-
You're being sly.
No, where does it say?
You're a liar. You're being dishonest.
Where does it say I don't know Vusi Matlala?
You just said you
Where?
have no relationship with him. You just said that.
No, I think you understand English better than I. Don't twist.
You're playing games.
No,
You're twisting. You're lying in
No,
front of this house.
That's what you're doing to me.
You are being dishonest. If you could lie about something like that, about knowing Cat Matlala, how should we believe anything else you've said?
I've said I don't have relation. Yes, I've said that it has been 2 years now. We don't.
You said you don't have a relationship.
Yes, you are correct. You are correct. Not to say I don't know him. I've said many times. I'm still saying, and I can't say that to the city because I went to the city with him.
No.
We are twisting things.
No,
Thanks
no.
for playing that video.
You should be called to order. I'm telling you, it is utterly frustrating to see how you try and dance, even when you can see that you're wrong. I mean, we just gave you evidence, and now you're trying to blame the English language.
What is the evidence saying?
No.
What is the evidence saying?
No.
Don't play with words here. I'm being honest. I've said I don't have a
I don't know if
relationship.
I'm
and
allowed,
I'm
and
not
I don't mean this sarcastically, but I'm glad you're not a detective. In terms of witness D, and I'm going to be very straight with this. When he testified at the commission as witness D, he testified that he had seen a tracksuit-clad Julius Mkhwanazi arriving at the property where an unnamed man had died after being tubed during a law enforcement operation. Mkhwanazi then had a meeting with the EMPD officers on the scene. He said shortly afterwards they returned to where they were. Mkhwanazi said that we needed to throw the suspect's body into a mine shaft or dump it into a dam. And as he said this, he looked at me, witness D said. You said in your affidavit, paragraph 74, that you do not know witness D, and that the first time you heard about him was at the Madlanga Commission. So what do we believe?
Yes, after he's made. And you can't be selective when you read paragraph. You read paragraph that are only accommodating you see. And in that paragraph, you start it where it doesn't start.
I'm not asking for you to give me grammar lessons. Do you want my paragraph? Do you want me to give you a print?
No, I read it. What you are saying is not true. May I not answer that again?
Well, it was testified. You have an opportunity to answer
No,
it.
I'm still going to
If you
answer
don't, it creates even more room for everyone to doubt what you've said.
But it's you, it's not
You spoke his name aloud in an open session at the Madlanga Commission.
No, you see, you are lying again. They asked me at Madlanga, do you know witness D? I've said no.
And then you said
And
his
I
name
raised the
aloud.
cop. It's not true. You are not telling the truth to the nation. You want to paint me with the
Mr.
wrong things.
Mkhwanazi, you're the last person to speak with me about truth, sir.
Madlanga will tell you.
You have admitted to so many things that people are right and that you are wrong on today.
No, it's you.
Things
not
that you
me.
were untruthful about. I myself have proved it to you on several points by now.
With due respect to you, Chairperson, you are not an honest, honorable member. You
I've
read the
got 7
statement.
minutes left.
You read the statement.
I'm not here to prove my statement to you.
You read the statement and you twist it. It's in your eyes.
Okay. Does my eyes look twisty? I'm very sober. Got 7 minutes left, Chair. I want to touch on Syntel. What would you say if I said to you that Syntel was an approved, council-approved contract with the city of Ekurhuleni to provide, under, amongst other things, roadblock buses, AMPR-equipped vehicles, computers, and speed enforcement vehicles that were all registered, insured, maintained, and fueled by Syntel. And that these assets were always contractually owned by Syntel. In fact, some of the buses were and I checked this, were driven to roadblocks by Syntel, after which Metro Police would take over the operation and it would be driven back again by Syntel.
With the buses, you are correct. It's part of the contract. Metro Police are not allowed to drive private vehicles that are not registered within the city. With APPR, back office and other things, that contract talks about that. You are correct. Donating and driving private vehicles.
I didn't say that. That's your story.
But you just said it now.
No, I didn't.
You are not
I said that Syntel. Stop telling me I'm not honest, Mr. Mkhwanazi. You lied about appointing someone illegally.
Please read it again for me.
Telling me I'm disrespectful, but when I read something in plain English to you, you don't listen and you accuse me of something else.
Okay, please.
I have told you here that they supplied on a contractual basis AMPR vehicles and the buses. Then I said to you, the buses were driven to roadblocks by Syntel staff from where the operation of the tools on the bus contractually agreed with by the Ekurhuleni Metro Police or Ekurhuleni City Council were then used by Metro members.
You are correct. We spoke about other vehicles. Continue with other vehicles.
There were no other vehicles, sir. Can I read it?
But that's because it's recorded.
Expresses required Syntel to supply roadblock buses, ANPR-equipped vehicles, computers, and speed enforcement vehicles.
Which are those speed enforcement vehicles? Who must drive it?
This comes from your contract.
No.
And
you're
wrong about that too.
I'm still repeating. Metro Police is not allowed to drive.
Yes, they are.
Vehicles.
If it's contractually done, they are.
No,
they are.
Allowed. No.
Tshwane Metro Police up until recently had a deal with BMW on the same thing. You are
not insured. No, BMW was advertising. BMW was advertising. We had the same vehicles in the city of Ekurhuleni. The same thing that they did in Tshwane. They were marketing themselves in the city of Ekurhuleni.
So they drove those vehicles.
I know they were advertising to us.
You clearly weren't watching very carefully.
No, I was not watching. I was part
But go ahead. No, accuse me of dishonest. Do you know what SWAT stands for?
Intervention.
No. What does SWAT stand for?
I don't want to talk about SWAT.
What does SWAT stand for?
I don't know, sir.
You call yourself a tactical head and you don't know what SWAT stands for?
No, I don't know. I don't know, sir.
Are you a police officer? Yes or no?
I can't answer that. You played the video now. I can't answer that.
Are you a police officer?
What does that video tell you?
Are you a police officer?
I can't answer that.
Are you a police officer?
I can't answer that.
And you don't know what SWAT means?
I can't answer that.
Yeah, at this rate, you're not going to be a police officer for very long.
It's my constitutional right to say I can't answer that.
Oh, fine.
Yes,
You're the one that
and you don't
looks
have
like a
to force
police
me.
officer that doesn't know
And
what
you don't
SWAT
need to force
means.
me.
I'm not going to. Chair, I'm going to close. Mr. Mkhwanazi, I hope that this would go slightly better, but you have proved to us why you are sitting here today. I can tell you now that you're not a leader. You represent a certain thuggish behavior in uniform, and your failure and the way you've conducted yourself, illegal appointments, the way that you have locked away cars that don't belong to the Ekurhuleni city, have actually made Metro Police a joke. It's because of that kind of conduct that South Africans don't take it seriously anymore. I also want to tell you that the public no longer trusts institutions because of people like you. When you associate with people like Cat Matlala, you need to expect to receive your own evil medicine back. And I want to tell you tonight that with your testimony today, as well as that in front of the Madlanga Commission, you have destroyed any possible trust that was still left in local law enforcement. Thank you, Chair.
Do you want me to comment?
Do you want to comment?
He has become a stopword addressing grievances of a certain people that want to challenge some of the things. Exactly the things that you said, they presented that thing. You see, he has distanced himself from becoming an honorable member to become a stopword of the city of Ekurhuleni. That's what I detected, Chair.
Okay. Honorable Sals. Good evening.